Nelly Sachs was a German-Swedish poet and playwright who was awarded the Nobel Prize in Literature in 1966. She was born on December 10, 1891, in Berlin, Germany, and she passed away on May 12, 1970, in Stockholm, Sweden, at the age of 78. Sachs was of Jewish descent and her work often reflects the experiences of Jews during the Holocaust. She fled Nazi Germany in 1940 and sought refuge in Sweden, where she lived for the rest of her life. The traumatic events of the Holocaust profoundly influenced her poetry and writings. Sachs' magnum opus is considered to be her poetry collection titled O the Chimneys, O die Schornstein, published in 1947. Her poems explore themes of suffering, loss, and the enduring human spirit in the face of tragedy. Her writing is characterized by its lyrical beauty, symbolism, and profound reflections on the Holocaust and its impact on humanity.
The Nobel Prize in Literature was awarded jointly to Shmuel Yosef Agnon in 1966. Shmuel Yosef Agnon, born Shmuel Yosef Halavai-Chaksk, was an Israeli writer and one of the most prominent figures in modern Hebrew literature. He was born on July 17, 1888, in Buksaks, Galicia, now Ukraine, and he passed away on February 17, 1970, in Jerusalem, Israel, at the age of 81. Agnon's magnum opus is the novel Only Yesterday, published in 1945. The novel provides a rich portrayal of Jewish life in Eastern Europe before the First World War, exploring themes of tradition, faith, and cultural transformation. Agnon's writing style is characterized by its poetic language, intricate storytelling, and attention to detail.
The Nobel Prize in Literature was awarded to Miguel Ángel Asturias in 1967. Miguel Ángel Asturias was a Guatemalan writer, diplomat, and social activist. He was born on October 19, 1899, in Guatemala City, Guatemala, and he passed away on June 9, 1974, in Madrid, Spain, at the age of 74. Asturias' magnum opus is the novel The President, published in 1946. The novel portrays the oppressive regime of a fictional dictator and exposes the corruption and abuse of power prevalent in Latin American politics. It is considered a landmark work of Latin American literature and an important critique of authoritarianism and social injustice.
The Nobel Prize in Literature was awarded to Yasunari Kawabata in 1968. Yasunari Kawabata was a Japanese novelist and short story writer, known for his delicate and poetic writing style. He was born on June 11, 1899, in Osaka, Japan, and he passed away on April 16, 1972, in Zushi, Japan, at the age of 72. Kawabata's magnum opus is the novel Snow Country, Yukaguni, published in 1948. The novel explores themes of love, longing, and the transient nature of human connections. Set in the snowy mountains of Japan, it depicts the relationship between a Tokyo dilettante and a geisha from a rural hot spring town. Snow Country is acclaimed for its lyrical prose, atmospheric descriptions, and introspective portrayal of characters.
The Nobel Prize in Literature was awarded to Samuel Beckett in 1969. Samuel Beckett was an Irish playwright, novelist, and poet. He was born on April 13, 1906, in Dublin, Ireland, and he passed away on December 22, 1989, in Paris, France, at the age of 83. Beckett's magnum opus is the play Waiting for Godot, written in 1948 to 1949 and first performed in 1953. The play is a seminal work of 20th-century theater and is often considered a cornerstone of the theater of the absurd. Waiting for Godot explores themes of existentialism, human condition, and the search for meaning in a seemingly absurd and futile world. Beckett's writing style is characterized by its spare and minimalist language, dark humor, and exploration of human suffering and despair.
The Nobel Prize in Literature was awarded to Aleksandr Solzhenitsyn in 1970. Aleksandr Solzhenitsyn was a Russian writer, historian, and dissident. He was born on December 11, 1918, in Kislovodsk, Russia, and he passed away on August 3, 2008, in Moscow, Russia, at the age of 89. Solzhenitsyn's magnum opus is the novel The Gulag Archipelago, published in 3 volumes between 1973 and 1978. The book is a monumental work of non-fiction that exposed and documented the Soviet forced labor camp system, known as the Gulag. It delves into the harsh realities of the Soviet regime, the experiences of prisoners, and the moral and political implications of totalitarianism.
The Nobel Prize in Literature was awarded to Pablo Neruda in 1971.
Pablo Neruda was a Chilean poet, diplomat, and politician.
He was born on July 12, 1904, in Parral, Chile, and he passed away on September 23, 1973, in Santiago, Chile, at the age of 69. Neruda's magnum opus is the collection of poetry titled Canto General, General Song, published in 1950.
This epic work is a poetic exploration of the history, people, and landscapes of Latin America.
It celebrates the struggles and aspirations of the continent and embraces themes of social justice, love, and nature.
Canto General solidified Neruda's reputation as one of the most influential Latin American poets of the 20th century.
The Nobel Prize in Literature was awarded to Heinrich Böll in 1972. Heinrich Böll was a German writer and novelist known for his insightful and critical portrayal of post-World War II Germany. He was born on December 21, 1917, in Cologne, Germany, and he passed away on July 16, 1985, in Kreuzau, Germany, at the age of 67. Böll's magnum opus is the novel The Lost Honor of Katharina Blum, published in 1974. The novel explores themes of media manipulation, personal freedom, and the consequences of societal judgment. It tells the story of a woman named Katharina Blum, whose life is upended by false accusations and sensationalist reporting after she becomes involved with a suspected terrorist.
The Nobel Prize in Literature was awarded to Patrick White in 1973.
Patrick White was an Australian writer and novelist.
He was born on May 28, 1912, in London, England, and he passed away on September 30, 1990, in Sydney, Australia, at the age of 78. Patrick White's magnum opus is the novel The Eye of the Storm, published in 1973.
The novel explores themes of family dynamics, identity, and the complexities of human relationships. Set in Sydney, Australia, the story revolves around the aging matriarch of a wealthy family and her 2 adult children as they navigate their personal struggles and confront their past.
White's writing style was characterized by its poetic language, psychological depth, and introspective exploration of human emotions.
Eyvind Johnson, born Olaf Edvin Werner Johnson, was awarded the Nobel Prize in Literature in 1974. He was born on July 29, 1900, in Svarbjörnsbyn, Sweden, and passed away on August 25, 1976, in Stockholm, Sweden. Johnson was a Swedish novelist, essayist, and literary critic. Eyvind Johnson's writing career spanned several decades, and he is considered one of the most influential Swedish authors of the 20th century. He was part of the proletarian literature movement, which aimed to depict the working-class experience and address social and political issues through literature. One of Johnson's most notable works and his magnum opus is the novel Romanen om Olaf, the novel about Olaf, published between 1934 and 1937. It is a series of 4 novels that follow the protagonist Olaf from his early years in rural Sweden to his experiences in Stockholm and his involvement in the labor movement.